So we're back in the Betweenlands, and I'm back. If you guys didn't know, I have actually been in the process of moving this entire week of this video being posted here, and kind of just coming off of a schedule. So more videos will be coming out every day as normally scheduled. So super excited to be back. I do want to kind of talk about what we're going to be doing today. So as you can see, it's raining, and when it rains, swamp water goes everywhere, including on top of the land. That's horrifying. Is he gonna eat? I hope he eats them. Eat that dragonfly. Okay, anyways. So yeah, we're still here. It looks very nice. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Nice. Okay, he's taking on the guy. What I want to do is take a look in here. You guys, I did read some comments. Somebody wanted me to go over herbalism, the herbalist section of this mod of the Betweenlands. I've actually never done it, so I'm kind of curious what it's going to take to get into here. So if you take a look, you can kind of see what it says. It says harvest ingredients using your sickle. So if we take a look at the Betweenlands and a sickle, we should be able to make this pretty standard. I have some of this Valinite. I believe I have at least 3. I do have at least 3. I also have some reed. And I'm going to need reed rope. By the way, the noise that you hear, like the thundering stuff, that's all coming from the Betweenlands. It's super spooky when it's raining. All right. So weed rope is what we need, and a weedwood stick. Pretty simple stuff. Weedwood rope. Let's go ahead and craft this thing, right? Apparently this thing is super useful. Oh, there's some thunder right there. Man, that is loud. Okay, so one thing you can also do, I forgot to mention with Octane, is if you see moss, you can right click on moss and a few other things. And it actually, yeah, it works like Flint and Steel. Sometimes the animation's all wonky. All right, so now that we have this, man, I gotta let that thunder just kind of ease its way out. Let's see if we can come over here and see what we can't use this on. I don't remember. Ooh, there's some stuff too. This right here is crimson ore. This is actually useful. If we're able to harvest this stuff up and take that, that's actually some pretty useful stuff. All right, so I'm a druid. We just used it, and we got ourselves a bowler pad leaf. Okay, so yeah, this thing's gonna be super useful for collecting all of the plant life that this mod has to offer, and we should be able to replant this instead of just breaking it, like, which is what would probably, you know, happen if we just broke it with our hands. Okay, there's also a few other things that we need to make. Moving along here, you see right here, test an ingredient on a caged gecko. We don't have that part yet. I think we need to focus on bookworms, obtaining a herblore book. I think that's going to be the most important part. So the books, as far as books go, we have the Book of Lore. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for this one, herblore book. So a herblore book, M8 paper, and we also need lurker skins. So dry bark. That's something that we're going to need to figure out how to get, is dry bark. Maybe it comes from the trees. I don't know. Something we're going to have to kind of investigate. I don't think breaking this. Yeah, that's just going to give us wood. Oh man, it is really getting feisty out. Let's do some looking around. What happens if we harvest leaves with this? Okay, we get poison ivy leaves. Ow. We just got a regular leaf. Swamp tall grass blades. All of these different things. Oh, that's a sapling. Okay. So definitely, these things are definitely worth picking up. Okay, flathead mushroom. All right, so I'm going to gather a few different ingredients and see if I can't come across... Oh, the Venus flytrap. I didn't even notice that's what those were. I'm going to try and come across that bark. I'm going to see what it takes to get that. Man, that thunderstorm. Maybe that'll be gone by the time we're back as well. So I actually found out where I get the dry bark. It comes from these hollow logs. There we go. And then all we need is a few of these, right? To make the book. Just a few, right? This, so 3 makes 9. So yeah, we pretty much have the exact amount. Now, do I have enough leather? That's probably a maybe. Do I? I have one. I have one piece of leather here. That's it. So I definitely need to go after some more of these guys. All right. So I think we're looking for the, yeah, we're looking for these guys. Oh boy. I wonder. All right. So if I put this on here, we might get a looting effect. Man, it makes such a weird noise. But we get 2. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to have to go around killing a few of these guys. Man, I love the snails, though. Snails are worth it. Take as many snails out if you see them. Because that food is precious in this dimension. Oh, there's a frog. Oh well. So I should have plenty of the lurker skin. Here we go, dry bark. Perfect. That should be everything we need for a Herblore book. I've never looked in here. So what is this about? List of aspects? Is that what it is? That list of ingredients? I'm trying to read it. The font is so hard for me to read. There we go. All right. So looks like I have a lot of learning to do. This involves elixirs and how to make them. Okay. Bunch of different pages, and I guess that's your basically guide to getting to where we can make these things. All right. I'm going to give this a read. And I'm going to figure out how to do this. So I think we're about to get into something really fun. Which also sounds really weird because we're going to be testing on animals, which some people may not like. But it's just a gecko, all right? It's just a gecko. Some will say, well, who cares? But anyways, we're going to be hopping in and testing some of these ingredients out on a gecko. But first, we need to cage a gecko. So we're going to have to get the materials in order to make a cage. So here we go. A gecko cage. It's going to require some reed rope, which I think I have a little bit more over here. A little bit of reed rope. That is paper. It goes the other way. I almost had it. Almost had it memorized. All right, and then this. So it looks like in order to get a gecko, we're going to need a net. So I do need some weedwood rope and some sticks. So we're going to craft ourselves a net, and we use this to actually capture. I thought there was some way to right click. We have to use this to capture it. I've never really done this, so this is all new to me. So you guys are learning with me. Oop, there was a gecko. Oh, it went into the bush. We got to look out because they do disappear into the bushes. All right, so we're on the hunt. We're on a gecko hunting adventure. Ah, here's one. And, oh, went right to the bush. Oh, this one's trapped. And there we go. All right, so we have a gecko now. So what we can do with this gecko, well, we get to experiment on it. Basically, the way to unlock what aspects do is we need some way of knowing what aspects they are. Basically, it's kind of like magic. It's a little bit, it's like taking the vanilla brewing thing and just making it way more complicated. So let's take the gecko cage. We place it down. I think we just right click the gecko into the gecko cage. All right, so the gecko is in the cage. Look at it, it even flicked its little tongue. Look at it. Oh, its little tongue just moves. How cute. Oh man. Anyways, and we can take this. So like something that is very, so like this coral. I don't know if this is something we can use, but okay, this item does not have any aspect. Oh, so it should tell us when we hover over if it can be used or what it can be used in. Right? Shouldn't that tell us if it can be used in the gecko cage? So maybe poison ivy leaves? Can that be used here. Does not have... Oh, this item does not seem to have any aspects. Same for this. So we need to find something that actually does have aspects. Now it says it can be used... These can be broken down with the mortar. Does that mean we need to actually make a mortar? Am I spelling mortar right? There's a pestle. Pestle and a mortar, right? Okay, so I'm assuming we have to break these things down. So in order for us to move forward, we need to go to the crag rock biome. Because this actually requires crag rock. And it is something that we are going to need. So that is going to force us to find a crag rock biome. So we do need to fly out and potentially find one. Or just stumble upon some crag rock. Like right here. This is a little structure that we can get lucky in. I don't know if you've already seen. But inside here, there's some loot. Not only is it crag rock. Oh, get one of these guys. Little angler out of here. Get out of here. Quit. Ah, they have so much health. Normally they go out in just a few hits. Okay, so yeah, inside here, usually you'll find octane. Or I say it wrong. It's not octane. Octine. Sorry for all those that I trigger when I say that. It is octine. I always say it wrong. Alright, and I think that is all that is down here, right? No, there's a chest. Okay, so yeah, chest at the bottom. And yeah, you have all of that stuff. So we ended up getting a bunch of crag rock from that, but you could also find it from a crag rock biome. That is another thing that you could potentially do. Also, I know I'm probably going to catch a lot of people. They're not going to know this, but people are asking, I get this question a bunch. I've been getting it a lot lately. How am I getting shaders to work in these other dimensions? Well, as of right now, I am on a older version of BSL shaders. We go into the options and shader settings. Under the shaders, you can see I'm actually using the BSL shaders that is on version 7.1.03. And as far as I know, I don't know if any other versions are working, but this one works for me. And this is the one I've actually been using for a while. I just like the way the everything looks, including lava. After this update, after they updated it, I didn't really care for the lava. So it just seems like this is actually working with this too. Did we just get an explorer's hat? Look at that. We got an explorer's hat. And a whole bunch of other kind of interesting things like donuts and things like that. And some pink marshmallows. Just all kinds of cool things that you can get from the Betweenlands. But let's go ahead and make this thing now. So we have a mortar. Let's place it down. And we're also going to need to make the pestle, which apparently is what takes durability when it comes to this. Also, we're slowly dying, as you can see. I need to eat my sap. But yeah, I guess we're going to be placing these aspects. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Like, how do you see the effects happen to this thing? All right, so black hat mushroom. Let's just try that. I see them all over the place. It's like those right there. So let's take this, place it in. Right? You do 3 at a time? Maybe you can do 3 at a time? Oh, we need some sort of, no? You just place the material in. Unless you need 3 of the material in order to do it. That could be the case, like you need 3 of the material. So these are slots for something else. Maybe we can right click it? Oh! Ooh, I punched it. So punching it gave me ground black hat mushroom, and it says I can use it on a gecko cage. So let's do this. Oh, and it says screw PETA up in the top. That was the advancement, was screw PETA. Oh my gosh. It says you can hear the gecko's belly rumbling and it seems to burp a lot. This item still seems to have more undiscovered aspects. So did it actually discover any aspects? That's kind of something that I'm curious. Under the aspect info, it does actually have slots where inside each of these aspects, you can kind of see if an aspect has been found and in what. So this right here, this aspect that, okay, influences the digestive organs and immune system. Ow. I'm going to try this. Kelowayan is what I'm assuming that is how that's pronounced. So stomach and stomach and mind. I did look at these and I tried to look them up in Google Translate and see if they translate or what they translated from. And they are showing a lot of different things. So a lot of different languages and dialects is what this is coming from. Like every single one of these aspects are from something different. So I'm not exactly sure. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments if this is actually these words are coming from something specific, some specific language that maybe I just don't, I'm not recognizing. Because yeah, I don't exactly know. The double I is very interesting. It's in a lot of these. So, but anyways, that's one thing. So maybe we can grind it up again. And it said there was another aspect. And eventually I think this said this can be automated as well. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. You've never seen a healthier gecko. It's bursting with energy. This seems to be the last undiscovered aspect for this item. Okay, so we just undiscovered another item. And I think this is going to be under health. You can see right here. So we're going to be able to find out where exactly. So there's stomach. And then, oh, right here, health. So there we go. So we're finding out what exactly these aspects are. That way, when we need them later on for potion brewing, we can build the aspects, but we have to research them first. That's really cool. So this is actually a really cool potion brewing system that I was completely unfamiliar with until now. So while I wait for my gecko to recover, because I've been experimenting a little bit too much on the fella, man, that rift is getting big. We need to find a giant weedwood tree, which I believe is this thing right over here. Because inside, there's something special. So let's take a look at just an axe. I need an axe with a lot of durability. Because we're going to need to ore excavate it. Because it's going to be hard to find it without. I believe this is a giant weedwood tree. Yes, it definitely is. Alright, so it definitely gets dark over here. But inside this tree is something very special. Let's ore excavate it. It's this right here. This dent, I'm just going to call it dent. This stuff is what you're looking for. It is all inside this this tree. And yeah, there's some right here. And when you break it, you get the crystals. It is see-through. Man, it is really dark here. That is some weird lighting issues going on. But anyways, you do find them inside these large trees. Man, that is some really bright light. But anyways, that's how you get this stuff. And we're going to need it. We're going to need quite a bit because it's going to be used in the Olympic. And yeah, as you can see, we need crag rock. We also need this. We also need some rubber balls, which apparently you get from a weedwood bucket that is full of rubber. And I've been thinking like the only way you can really get rubber, I'm still trying to figure out how you get rubber. Yeah, there's gotta be a way. So I'm pretty sure I found the source of rubber, and it's this thing right here. So I can take a bucket and I place the bucket on it. It is straight up tapping the tree right now. How cool is that? I didn't know this was even a thing. Look at it, it wraps around. You know, the more I play around with the Betweenlands, the more I fall in love with this mod. It is a complete redesign of Minecraft. It is insane all the amount of, I can't imagine how much work actually went into making this mod. Just insane. So yeah, we just basically have to wait for this thing to fill up. and then we can make ourselves a rubber ball, which is something we actually need for the Alembic. So our bucket should be ready to go, and of course it is. Look at that. Perfect. So we have a weedwood bucket, and we should be able to smelt this. Cook that down. And that's going to turn into a rubber ball, I believe. And that's what we're going to be using to kind of progress through here. Let's take this. Yeah, rubber ball. Awesome. So then we make a little bucket shape. That'll get us a vial. And this will allow us to make the Alembic. That's kind of what I need to make next. And we pretty much have the whole set. Everything that we need is right here to kind of finish things up. Man, these look so good. Okay, so underneath this, this might actually not, this probably can't go here because this needs fire underneath it. I'm thinking potentially, I mean, this may not catch on fire. I don't know. I'm going to place it outside just because I'm sure it will actually catch on fire. So I will go ahead and grab, let's see. I'm thinking Netherrack should work for this. I don't actually know what would be used as a block that won't catch on fire here. Place that. Actually, I think what we can do is place this here. Place that there. Place this on top. Remove this. Take the moss. I was going to use the specific type. Let's see. Can I harvest the moss? Okay, there's moss. But I can't place this down. That's like an actual item. Or can I? Nope, can't. Alright, so let's grab some regular flint and steel. Iron? What? When did that recipe get changed? I don't remember that being changed. But apparently it did. Okay. Anyways, I was wanting to look at this. We do have quest rewards that we didn't really complete. A lot of them. So I went ahead and completed those. We have tons of money now. Is Flint and Steel? No, it's not. Well, octane, we just used all of our octane. Octane does light things on fire, but unfortunately, well, we just lost everything to do that. What does it take to make steel? I have a feeling that this recipe was changed for some reason. Oh my goodness. It's literally just cooked iron. Just gotta cook up some iron real quick. Make it real quick. There we go. Done. Wow. Just to make flint and steel. I feel like that was changed in the update. Alright, let's go ahead and toss that. Okay. Oh, it doesn't work here. It's too damp to set things on fire with flint and steel. So I will have to go down in the mine and grab some more octane. Man, thought I was going to be lucky. Now that we have our octane, I always say it wrong, octane ore, let's go ahead and place down a piece of moss on top. And then right click, hold right click. There we go. And then we have a permanent fire underneath there. That is what I was looking for. Just to make things look fancy, let's go ahead and add some crag rock here. Okay. So what normally goes here is a bucket. Let's go ahead and grab our bucket, which I think... Did it burn up our bucket? I think it did. But we should be able to make an actual, like, permanent bucket now. Let's see. There we go. This is like a permanent bucket. Alright, so what we can do is take this. Let's scoop up some swamp water. If we place the swamp water in there, you can see it does hold like a bucket of water. Eventually, this should hold more than that. Yeah. It holds like 4 buckets of salt water, 3 buckets of salt water. Okay. And what we do is we can actually start throwing some ingredients in. And I mean, honestly, like I want to I want to take a look at our book. I might have a couple of things that I can make. I don't have everything unlocked, or I don't know what everything is, but I might be able to give it a look and see what all I can potentially make and see what we can get going. All right, then we can place our ingredients in. And then I guess just continue to stir. Just hold down right click. Now you can pull these items out if they are wrong, I guess. If you accidentally mess up, I think it's like shift right click probably to pull them out. But yeah, we just got to keep stirring. And we're brewing our potion. And I think we just pull a bucket, like a straight up bucket out of here. Now, if you do mess this up, there is a potential for something bad to spawn. So you need to make sure you are doing this correctly and don't just like jump right into it, because you can probably mess some things up and potentially, yeah, die. I mean, if you're this overpowered, you're probably not going to die, but just saying. Oh, it's making noises. It's bubbling. And it changed colors. All right, there's its first stage. As you can see, it did change colors. I'm assuming once the items are not visible anymore, that's when we need to start scooping these out and throwing them in our alembic. Oh boy. This right here. I've never done this, so this is all new to me. It is super cool looking though, even though we are just basically punching an infuser right now. But I think it has like, it takes 30, probably a minute to do this. 30 seconds a piece, each stage. All right, is it about to change? I feel like it's going to change. At least it's peaceful. Maybe. I hope I'm not missing it. If we notice the level drop, if we stop stirring, the level will drop on it. Let's see if I can't scoop it out. So it's definitely not ready to be scooped yet. I'm going to keep stirring. So I'm almost positive that this is considered overdone, I think. And what happened is we can't collect this with a bucket. I think we can only collect it with an alembic or with a vial. And at the moment, we are completely out. I have to go harvest this tree over here to get some more. Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to make it in time. I guarantee we're not going to make it in time. Oh, and it's so hard to see. Environmentalists. Wow. I feel like they're trying to tell me something here. Oh yeah, and some bad guys are of course going to spawn on me. There we go. Yeah. There, yeah, some stuff does spawn. Oh goodness. I guarantee you it's all gone. But yeah, we should be able to take the rubber and the vial, throw this together, and hopefully this will get us what we need. I feel so derpy. You guys are probably like, I can't watch this. But I am kind of learning with you guys. All right, is it depleting? Oh no. It is definitely evaporating. And I don't know if this needs to go right next to it or not. Oh, I don't know. Oh no. This is the bad thing that spawns. Get it out of here. Okay, yeah, we messed up. And this is what we get for it. Yikes. Does it drop anything? Oh, just disperses. Whew. Okay, so that's what happens if you mess up. let's try this again, and maybe we can do it the proper way. You know, I just realized I was collecting it wrong. I was 100% collecting it wrong. You have to shift right click to collect. I am such a derp, and you collect it with a bucket. Oh, I am such a derp. Let's try it again, but the right way this time. Let's do it the right way. So a few buckets, and then we should be ready to go. So at least it gives you a lot of time. So shift right click to pull it out. Place it in here. Shift right click to pull it out. Okay, so it is going into this, so we need a vial. So even leaving this much, if we do not stir it, it will eventually evaporate. I don't know when we know this is done. Maybe there'll be some indicator, but we'll be able to use a vial on it when it is finished. Oof. This is super stressful. So yeah, if you don't continue to stir, this will eventually disappear, which is not good. So maybe when I see what this does, yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so the flame on my alembic just went out. Oh, so there we go. We just got it. I'm going to place this in. Right? Okay, so it doesn't say... What does it say? 0.52. Oh, there must be other steps, like putting it in a purifier. How come I can't place another thing in it? Is it because it's raining? I have no idea. Can I place this down? No, I can't. So this is going to have to burn out. Well, I mean, we got part. We got part of this. That's so weird, though. I am so confused. Maybe, you know what? Maybe you guys know more about this. I'm still learning the Betweenlands, so, you know, it's always fun to learn with you guys. And you know what? I've had quite a fun episode today. And, yeah, looks like somebody's out here to get me. Yeah. I just punched them with this bottle and did like 50 damage each time I punched them with this bottle. I don't even know. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.